Hello Scorpio, welcome to your February shadow work reading. Before we get started, I just want to remind everybody that for the month of February, I'm doing a special on my readings. You can use the code LOVEAquarius for 20% off all of my sessions. So tarot, astrology, past life readings, spiritual counseling as well. So if you want to get a reading, you can use the code on the screen and the link to my website will be down below. So now let's get started with Aquarius. I'm sorry, with Scorpio. I said Aquarius. It's because it's Aquarius season. Anyway, I hope that you guys have been doing well. Let's see what's going on with Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising for their shadow work for February 2022. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. February 2022, shadow work collectively. What is going on collectively? Okay, one more. What's going on collectively with Scorpio? Okay, wow, there's a lot of stuff going on. Okay, so Scorpio. There's quite a bit of things going on with your shadow work for this particular week. It seems like there's been a lesson, a karmic lesson that you've been going through, especially since Libra season. It's something that has been, it started during Leo season and it kind of went to shit during Scorpio season. And you've had to kind of deal with the lesson at hand. There are some intentions that you have set for yourself, certain things that you were waiting on to come into fruition and or to just grow to the point that they're just like they're solidified in your life. There's definitely a solidification with the World card here, like an ending of a cycle, ending of a lesson, and kind of because the World card is very much Saturnian energy. Saturnian energy can either move away or cleanse away anything that's not meant to stay in your life, or it can, create, it can solidify and ground different energies, different people, different situations into your life as well. So there's definitely something that you were putting a lot of work towards that definitely you wanted it to go one way, you were waiting for it to go one way, and what ended up happening was that there was a lot of turbulence, especially during your season. For you, there was a lot of passion, there was a lot of emotions, there was a little bit of chaos as well, and it's kind of left you ever since like the transition of the seasons. It has left you a little bit like, I am still sorting out the thing. I'm still a little bit not myself. I'm still not feeling entirely like myself. I feel a little bit emotional, but like I don't feel like I'm in control. And you guys love feeling like you're in control. Why? Because you're ruled by Pluto, and Pluto rules manipulation as well as Scorpio does. And so there is a little bit of the chaos that happens, the uncontrollable chaos that happened that you could not avoid or, move past. It has put you in a position where you don't feel like yourself. You don't feel like, you're grounded within your own emotional energy. You also feel like you've been through a lot since then. These past couple of months have felt a little bit pretty intense. Even though things started calming down a little bit, you're still trying to kind of come back to yourself and learn the overarching like lesson of it all. So it's almost kind of like, I feel like you guys are hibernating right now. Right now, I feel like you guys are hibernating. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Shadow work for February 2022. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Shadow work for February 2022. What do I need to know collectively? Autumn. Harvest. And so it literally feels like whatever you have been putting the work towards since last year. Yeah, see, balance the emotions. There's a lot going on with you guys, flowing and evolving. You guys are definitely going through a very deep transition right now. It doesn't necessarily feel good It doesn't feel the best. I'm not gonna lie to you. It really does not feel the best. Harvest and sow, this is definitely like the efforts that you put in last year during the fall time was going to show you where you're at right now. It's really like, it really has to do with you guys doing the work or not. If you did the work, if you did what you were supposed to do, then you are harvesting a completely different, like, this period is transitioning a little bit different, and right now you're kind of in a place of rest and recuperation of your energy. If you kind of went about it the other way, you saw a little bit of chaos, and you now have to focus on healing yourself and bringing balance back into your emotional energy, because that's what's in a flux. You are not feeling like yourself right now. You're not feeling in your power. You're not feeling like yourself. You're feeling very out of it. It feels very frustrating. It feels like, you know, things are not right. It just feels like you don't have control. It feels like everything else has control except for you. And that's very frustrating, especially, again, because you guys can be very controlling. So, Archangel Michael, what does Scorpio need to know for February 2022 for their shadow work? Energy healing work. This is, I'm not surprised about it. Keep your eyes on your targeted intention. Spirit is still saying that you guys need to focus on this bigger, larger thing that you are waiting for. You need to be a little bit patient. It's not something that's necessarily, you know, not gonna happen. It's just that the way that you guys wanted it to solidify at the time, it wasn't right. It wasn't the right time for that to happen. It needed a little bit more. You needed to go through what you went through in order to solidify it. So right now, even though things seem a little bit like the aftermath of a war, the aftermath of chaos, is kind of like looking at a battlefield after everything has kind of settled over, like the dust has started to settle. You're just looking at all of the damage that happened. You're like, oh my god, am I still gonna win the war? It's kind of like that. That's kind of where you guys are at right now. You guys are like recouping, getting your energy levels again to go back into war in the next one, so you can see if you're actually gonna win the war in the next one. But right now, you guys need some energy healing work. You guys need to focus on your energy, to focus on your emotional energy, and to stay focused. You really need to be focusing on empowering yourself through February, not necessarily doubting yourself, not doubting your intentions, or the things that you have ultimately want to come in and manifest moving forward. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Shadow work for February 2022. The Scorpio needs to know. We have, it's time to give rather than take, and a personal issue reaches its resolution. So we have New Moon in Virgo, Full Moon in Cancer energies. Bottom of the deck, New Moon in Aquarius, bring love into the situation. There's definitely a focus on you needing a lot of healing right now. That's one of the reasons why. It's kind of like when, you know, those war movies, when people go to war and then they're like, maybe they get hurt or something happens, they have to go to the medical tent and get seen, and they have to rest before they can even come back into war, if they can, because sometimes, you know, they're just not healthy enough to come back. You guys are kind of in that place right now. It's really time for you to give yourself a little bit of space, really focusing on balancing yourself and just kind of bringing and connecting back to your power. And the way that you do that is by grounding yourself in the things that you absolutely love. You need to decide to do this though, because you guys can be very proudful people sometimes, and it can make it really frustrating for your own personal healing when you're not giving yourself the space or the time to heal. You guys will ultimately be able to overcome this situation and heal yourselves and come back into that water energy, especially when the sun goes into Pisces, because you will have that emphasis of water energy, so you'll be able to kind of creep back into your own selves. But right now, it's really, you guys need to mentally decide to heal yourselves right now, to recoup yourselves. So lots of self-care, lots of self-love, making sure that you are still working towards your intentions, but you are still giving yourself the space and the time to heal, because it feels like you guys need a little bit of tender loving care right now. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising, February 2022, shadow work, focus, wishing well. Again, it's, you guys are still focused. There's still a part of you manifesting and you bringing in what it is that you want, you manifesting for the future what it is that you want, but it's like, it's just not fully the right time for you to receive it. And I know that sounds really frustrating and complicated. Like, wait, what do you mean? Why can't I just have it right now? Some things need to come in at a certain time. Not everything comes in when you want it to. Some things require that you go through certain things or certain experiences in order for you to be ready for the thing. And so right now you guys are in a position where you need to continue to work towards your dreams, but stay in your power, come back into your power, come back into alignment. No matter what circumstance or situation you're going through, you need to maintain your balance. If you get unbalanced, if you get out of your own power, it can be really frustrating, because then you don't feel like yourself. You feel like out of sorts. You feel like you're not grounded. You feel like you're not going to be right for a while. It can feel very out of, your ego can feel very, very attacked. And, you can feel at your lowest. It can be very much like dark night of the soul kind of vibe. But the key is to stay focused on your dreams, stay focused on the future, focus on being goal oriented. Even like, let's say you didn't get what you want about something, focus on being goal oriented during this time. Don't give up on the future of what it is supposed to look like. Just like, if you had to learn what you had to learn it, accept it. Don't push that thing away. Accept that you had to go through that thing in order for you to get to where you are. Okay, so let's see what's happening for you guys. February shadow work collectively, sun, moon, and rising for February 2022 for Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know? What does Scorpio need to know for their shadow work and healing for February 2022? Oh wow. Okay, so we have dreams, and this is what I mean. I feel like once you go into Pisces season, this is when things are going to be like shifted a little bit. We have Yemaya, origins, freedom, and power, also connected to the ocean. So there is that in vulnerability. Open your heart, allow yourself to be tender. This is what I mean. Pisces season, when Pisces season comes through, like Aquarius season, you guys are going to spend the time trying to mentally get yourself back to where you're grounded with yourself. That's what you guys are going to be doing during Aquarius season in February. Once it goes into Pisces, so when the sun goes into Pisces, you guys will shift, and there will be a lot more water and intense water energy coming through. And then you guys will have to, because your dreams will be very activated, you guys will start getting, you'll be haunted, especially with that King of Cups being in reverse. There's gonna be, you will be haunted through your dreams and it will trigger you into having to shift this. You will get, if your spirits have to trigger you through your dreams in order for you to get back on track, they will do that. They will do that. Why? Because you need to come back into your power. You're not in your power right now, and you need to take the steps to come back into your power and address the vulnerability that the situation put you in, instead of, to say it lightly, bitching about it. Okay, you have to come back to yourself, or you're never going to feel right. Okay, so that is your shadow work reading for the month of February. I hope that you guys, and I wish you guys the best. I hope that you guys do the work and do what you need to do to get back to yourselves. Definitely make sure, if you need a reading, to take advantage of the discount, and the link will be down below. And yeah, I will see you loves in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.